on, these breaks are feeling shorter and shorter. Welcome back, everybody. Court 1 action for the men's qualifying tournament here in Manitoba. Some of the conversation earlier was who are some teams that we might see in the final, and the names that were thrown around were Monstars, Retro, among others. So looking for this to be a really good match. As always, Emily Clark back with you, and I'm joined with
Marco Belanzia. Thanks for having me.
So we had this was a conversation we had earlier about how to pronounce the name, and it was calling Marco Beautiful, Marco the Beautiful. Number 4 on Avengers.
Yes.
And so you've seen him out on court a little bit, doing his thing. And there we had to do a big catch from number 86, Sean Oko on Retro, who then took a shot to the ankle by Austin Woods, I believe. If I'm
also had a solid catch to open up the game. Fortunately getting hit shortly after. And we have our very own prized Gareth on the court right now for Retro, getting a nice hit there.
A shot from Retro that took out Dubuque, who is a self-proclaimed squirrely player, and that roughly translates into almost impossible to hit. So if you're on court across from Dubuque, you need to wait for him to commit to a dodge, and then hope that you can get him after that. Although I've seen Dubuque jump from a push-up somehow, like from his tips of his toes and tips of his fingers.
It almost seems like it's a daily routine for him.
Yeah.
I actually just talked to him briefly while they were warming up, and I told him if they're going to win, he has to win with pride. Otherwise, the game doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he promised me that he will, so should be a good matchup.
Big shot from Eldon Wu there. He got low, kept blocked with 2 balls and stayed alive.
Eldon Wu, only one left now for Monstars against 3 Retro players.
And there's no only about Eldon Wu. He's a really impressive player, one of the players who's trained with Team Canada in the past.
And he was on Team Maple Leaf, I believe, too.
Team Maple Leaf as well, yep. So look to Eldon to cause some trouble for Retro.
Takes it down to 2. Takes out Gareth Williams.
Gareth Williams, who's been commentating with us. So you take a peek at Gareth on court there. Number 8 on Retro.
I believe so.
So if you want to put a face
9.
to a name, you can do that there as well. Or 9, sorry, number 9. Eldon now with 2 balls, but 4 balls, looking to even this up to a 1v1.
Eldon Wu, very scary player to go against 2-on-1, let alone 1-on-1.
Yeah.
He will fake you, and he's definitely a tricky one. I know he always scares the crap.
Sharma with the sidearm there. Looking to nail Wu, but Wu getting that big hop, tucking his feet right up and making it hard to hit him. Which is, of course, the name of the game after all. Dodgeball.
Sure. So with dodging, he does get... No. He did not connect in that hit.
We're still looking to take it down to 2v1. And welcome to everybody who's just joining us for the first time. I know there's a lot of brand new folks in this chat and in the live stream. Feel free to jump in on the chat. I am doing my best to look at it. You can see me. I'll give you a wave. Hi. I'm Emily over here, and I've got the chat open on my phone in front of me. So between the game, I'll try to answer some questions and keep everybody as up to speed as possible.
I unfortunately do not have access to this chat, so... You can yell at me all you want. I will never hear it. If
you have questions for Marco, just let me know, and of course I'll let him know as well. Lots of questions coming in about who the ladies are standing on the sidelines. In the middle, in the orange shirt, we have Adriana, who is our referee for this game. Then on both sides, we have our ball retrievers. So we got Leah on the side there, underneath Adriana, crawling around on the ground, and Miranda Fogg underneath here, right under me. Both are players on women's teams that will be competing for the provincial qualifiers next Saturday. So this will be live streamed next Saturday. I'll be playing. A bunch of the other women that you see here ball retrieving will be playing, and we'll have live commentary coming at you for that day as well.
A lot of dodgeball. Eldon Wu with a nice catch.
With the catch, clutch brings back number 10, Chris Moises.
Flips this game completely around.
And all of a sudden it's a 2v1 for Retro. And a line out. Oh, a hit on the pants.
Good honesty call there.
Very nice honesty call. And Monstars take that first point.
And you were talking about the women playing Real Cup next weekend. There's going to be a lot of dodgeball. I believe also Alberta, BC have their tournaments, if I'm not mistaken. Could be off on which provinces. I know it's going to be a dodgeball heavy weekend, that's
basically
for sure.
Lots of opportunity to watch some live games. Question for Marco, where are you from?
Good question. I was born in the former Republic of Yugoslavia, which is now 5 different countries. 5 or 6, I don't remember. We don't count some of them. By my dad, I'm Croatian. By my mom, I'm Serbian. So, and I was born in Bosnia, technically. So a bit all over the place.
The most Canadian answer to a question ever.
Very much so, yeah.
Little bit of everything.
A bit of Europe, a bit of this place, that place.
Excellent. And Marco, you're the captain. Are you the captain of Avengers Initiative?
Yes, myself and Dustin Schellenberg.
And Dustin, the other captain, is also the partner of Carly Pichet, who you've heard on this this commentary throughout the day. As well, she is one of the players on my team that you will see next weekend if you tune in, Queen Bee.
Definitely a solid team to watch.
Monstars taking some hits there right up front, and Retro looking really, really solid in a 5v3. Depasquier taking a shot there and not connecting. Which was a bit of an early play, trying to catch Retro off guard and hope that their feet were planted and they could make that catch.
I do gotta say, Retro came up with the game plan here, and this solid point right here, DJ Dupasquire getting hit.
And Dubuque got hit.
But being called up there, so.
3 back-to-back hits really fast.
So it's a 1-on-1 game.
Yeah, we're tied up. So like we said, this is a close one to watch. Marco, plug your Instagram. You've got some fans.
My Instagram has like one photo on there, and there's a funny story about this photo. I was pressured into making an Instagram account, and I was living in Regina, I know, for 3 years, but it was due to work. And I went to Moose Jaw once, to this restaurant where I got a moose. I guess that's how you pronounce it. So I was like, I got a moose in Moose Jaw, and that's the only picture that's on there.
So you could follow him, but maybe only for one piece of interesting content, and after that, it's about it.
Pretty much. If you would like I'm mostly on Facebook. I am actually the director of media and marketing for the World Dodgeball Federation. So definitely make sure to follow not just Dodgeball Canada, Dodgeball Manitoba, also the World Dodgeball Federation on Twitch, on Facebook. A lot of exciting stuff coming up, leading up to Worlds, of course, in Glasgow this next year.
Well, there you go. So lots of opportunities to follow along and help out Marco with his media position. Okay, where are we at here? 3 players left on Retro and 4 left on Monstars. Woods taking a big throw, looking for Sharma or Williams, not sure, but not landing.
Sean Oko getting hit earlier. Unfortunately, the ball was from the opposite court, so it did not count.
Ooh, and a dirty block there. Taylor Element, it looked clean. It looked really nice, but Element saying that made some contact with his body somewhere and taking himself out. Dubuque showing why he's so hard to hit. Getting right up close to the line, nice and aggressively, and still managing to get out of the way of Sharma's ball before it did any damage.
One thing you can see really well, the way Sunil Sharma plays, he'll put in that pressure, whether he's center or guard, and he'll get low to the ground real quick. Very easy to, I was going to say, he dodges really, really well, just as he got hit. Yeah. That was unfortunate, but.
Dubuque connecting with Sharma on his straight ahead. Williams looking for Woods, not connecting, getting low and out of the way.
Fun fact about Austin Woods, my first year in draft here in Dodgeball Winnipeg, drafted me, and then he didn't show up to a semifinal game, and I thought we could have won.
Williams realizing that he was in a bit of a dangerous situation there, throwing both balls, leaving himself a little bit exposed, but he was hoping to take out Woods. Didn't manage to connect, and did manage to connect from Dubuque there. So that takes a 2-1 lead, Monstars over Retro. And I hope this game is everything we promised. I said it would be exciting, and it really is.
That's approaching about halfway here on the clock. DJ Dupasquire, quick connection off the rush. Kevin Harder didn't quite like that. 3 quick consecutive hits by Monstars. Retro
not messing around.
down to just Sean Oko and Sunil Sharma.
Depasquier just staying right up front of the line there, making sure that nobody from Retro feels safe to push the line and keeping his team safe. And now we've got 2 left on Retro. We're going to try to make some moves here. Yarjo hitting Sharma right in the butt.
Solid catch.
The catch and the block.
block.
Holy moly, looking real good out there.
There was an MVP for that round. It was DJ Dupasquire.
Yeah. Number 1 there on Monstars definitely was owning that court. That was beautiful.
That's how serious Monstars take this game. They have their own coach, in quotations, as I was told, wearing number 25 there.
Yep. Couple questions here, just trying to keep my eye on the chat there. So somebody's saying they saw a guy on the left go for a catch with a ball in his hand, drop it and keep playing. You can put a ball down, drop a ball. It's no problem as long as it doesn't hit you. So you can decide to drop the ball that you have in your hand. Miss a catch, no problem, as long as you're not disarmed. So what the disarm means is if you've got a ball and you go to block, and that the action of that block actually knocks the ball out of your hand, then you're out.
Yes.
So you can put a ball down, no problem at all. You can pass the ball to your teammate, anything you need. Oh, Dubuque looking for a catch, not quite getting it. There was some serious speed on that. Did that come from, was that from Gatsa?
I believe Gareth, actually. I'm not too sure. I didn't quite see. It might have been...
From Williams, okay. And
some on-court assistance here. Appreciate it.
Gatsa trading for Alfaro there, and now we're in a 2v2. Fun fact here, number 12, Yarjo on this side. His partner is actually on the other side of the court there. You can see her in the blue shorts, Marliese, and she's actually ball retrieving for Retro. So
kind of strange, but we appreciate this community for all the help that they put in.
Good ball retrievers make all the difference, and Marliese is making sure that Retro has some good ball retrievers on their side. Hopefully that doesn't cause too many problems later on.
So 2-on-1 for Retro here against Eldon Wu. Unfortunately, we have seen this before.
Wu with a block, looking really, really good. So a question coming in that if you have a ball on a timer and you drop the ball before the 10 seconds, does it restart the timer? No, it does not. So the only way to restart the timer is to put a ball in play, and the only way to put a ball in play is to put it across the center line. And a little known rule, actually, it's not just across the center line isn't even good enough. It's across the center line with intention to be made as part of the game. Yeah. So just sort of throwing a ball across the center line and air balling it way over everybody's head, or drilling it right into the ground on purpose, won't actually satisfy the rules to put a ball in play.
And you will notice a lot of teams, generally in a rec type setting, will toss one ball up if they have multiples, and then use a second to throw. So kind of as a distraction technique, which, depending how much time you have left, can be.
And Eldon Wu is. Oh, I thought he was calling that a hit, but nope, not quite. It looked like he managed to get his ball on that attack ball before it hit him in the toe, or without it hitting him in the toe, which is really a product of experience. Sharma getting a block off, and then knowing that Wu had no ball left in his hand to come at him with, was able to kill that game.
And a nice little spin move there too by Sunil Sharma. Definitely leaving himself exposed, but almost as if he knew where the throw was going to come from and caught Wu off guard.
Yeah, looks really good there. So now Monstars is definitely going to look to probably pick up the speed and the aggression in this point. Monstars is a team that's been playing together for a very long time, and they are very aware of each other on court and where everyone's supposed to be and what they're supposed to be doing. And to that end, they can take advantage of a little bit more of aggressive, maybe like maniacal style play. And when we've only got 5 minutes left in this and there's only a 1 point difference, I would look to see Monstars pick up the pace quite a bit and just kind of close out these points quickly and aggressively. And it might look a little crazy, but I think it's their style is going to pay off.
Exactly, and the way the standings work, right? You want your wins. At the same time, you also want points. They're going to be looked at. Wins over ties. Ties, like a game can end in a tie. You do get a point for that. However, a win is going to trump 2 ties, for example, in the overall standings. So if it does come down to that, and often a lot of these games, a lot of these teams come very close. So I know playing with my team in Westerns, we actually did not make playoffs by a single point.
Yeah, and it's kind of unfortunate when it's good and bad, right? Because then you get teams that are losing by quite a lot, where you would normally, for sportsman-like reasons, want to sort of dial it back and not blow them in the water. But when you've got the points for or against that lead to the seeding in the end, you got to crank him as hard as you can, unfortunately.
Exactly.
Because other teams are going to do the same. 1v1 here, Element versus Oko. Oko has a hugely powerful throw. Look at those big long arms. He uses them to his advantage. Physics is a thing, apparently. Taylor Element has some amazing throws in his arsenal, including ones that you'll swear were sailing right over your left shoulder that seem to stop in midair and drop on your head with just enough accuracy to make you feel really, really stupid. So
accuracy and curve too,
yeah.
Curve and drop. Like he's got a complete arsenal of throws available to him. So just about 4 minutes remaining now.
Big jump from Oko, getting those legs up and out of there. Taking an opportunity there when he sees it, not quite. Well, that ball came right back off of Element.
So what just happened right there, a block off of Taylor Element, and Sean Oko caught it. In Europe, Taylor would have been out.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that rule.
However, now that a lot of the European nations have joined the WDBF, the rule is, of course, no longer applies.
So we're looking at 3 balls per side, but Oko's got the return. Element taking the shot. Oko returning. So you're going to see here a lot of give and take of these players trying to decide how far they can come up to the line to give them the most power possible, but still give them time to get back out of the way. Element with a giant block, getting down and low, his body, all of his body behind that ball.
Block for block game right now.
Oko with the block.
No player showing any sign of relenting.
The downside to getting low like that on your knees and getting behind the block is, of course, you give up the opportunity to very quickly counter rush them. So they know that the other player knows they've got time to adjust and get back.
Exactly.
Whereas if you're staying upright, like the Oko just did there, he then has the opportunity to counter rush.
He does get Taylor
There it
Element.
is, catching Element off guard.
We have a
closing
tie
out that
game.
point for a tie game with 2 minutes left in round robin play.
3-3 with 2:30 to go. This one is going to go down to the wire.
So as promised, this is 2 of the top teams. These are 2 teams we can look at for finals. And this is going to be a great indication of what to expect in those gold medal games, or semifinals and final games. Only if you stick around all day, keep watching, and if you come back later, you'll get to see this action. Only the final games are, of course, longer. So there's a little bit more time for things to change, and you'll be looking at a little bit of change in strategy as well. Round robin doesn't allow for timeouts. Teams like this, with this kind of level of experience, will use their timeouts to really interesting advantage in gameplay. So totally different experience.
Retro not having a solid round right here. Started off with Nate Gatza getting hit. Kind of looked like he got caught sleeping, but DJ Deep with Squire probably wasn't aiming for him, but he ended up getting a nice solid hit in the end.
Right. Got a question about, do players practice different kinds of skills? And the answer is absolutely yes, especially the players you're seeing on court right now. These are teams that play together very, very seriously. They practice a lot. And every single player that you're seeing on the court right now wants to play on Team Canada.
Yes.
They want to go to nationals. They want to play against the best players in the world. So you're looking at players who spend a lot of their time playing dodgeball, practicing all sorts of throws, everything from curves and drops to straight ahead throws, and just making sure that they're the most valuable they possibly can be on the court. Anything that's going to get them standing out in what's an incredibly competitive league with a lot of other players who are working hard to be the best as well. So
absolutely. Sean Oko just connecting there. Probably heard that from downtown.
Yeah, absolutely. Just keeping an eye on the chat a little bit.
Just over 30 seconds to go.
Woods looking to make sure that Oko doesn't feel comfortable coming up to the line. Good news for Oko and bad news for Woods is that Oko doesn't need to come up to the line to get a big throw. He's got a lot of power and strength. Shout out to SassBucket204 for hyping me up super hard in chat.
Solid catch.
And a screen by Woods, which actually worked out to be a good thing. He got low, and a big catch by Moises. And Monstars takes Retro by 1 point for a 4-3 final.
Very slow game. You did promise a good one, and you delivered.
Yeah, you can count on me to deliver those good games. So let me see if I can grab a player for an interview, see what I can do here for you. And we'll be back for some more action in a couple of minutes.